The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
It's familiar, but not too familiar, but not too not familiar. It's a new craze. Hey, good girls, do you wanna just say, hey, I wanna? Just say, hey, I wanna.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to My Brother, Me Advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
I'm your middleest brother, Travis McElroy.
And I'm your sweet baby brother, Griffin McElroy.
I'm really, really excited, you guys.
What's going on, Trav?
Well, we get a lot of questions. You know, a lot of people asking for help, and which is great. I mean, that's what our show is built on.
It's built adjacent to that. It's
built
not
adjacent. It's help adjacent. This week, we got a really exciting email where a young gentleman is asking for help, and it's going to financially benefit us.
Oh,
I like that. I actually like the second thing better than the first thing.
Yeah, he's a young man in Africa, in Kenya, and he's having a bit of legal trouble. His father passed away in 2009.
Oh, that's a shame.
He had in the bank $10 million. And all he needs is our bank account information so he can transfer that money in there.
You had me at email. Just go for it. Send it right away. It's 464 dash 4 664 dash 4.
Okay.
Oh, 6. Go.
I sent
Hit it. Rich.
So, I mean, we might be able to retire from doing the show because we get to keep 40% of it. And that's like $4 million.
I am refreshing our simple transaction page, just waiting for that money to come. We're at $-.
Oh, no.
Well,
we're at
it's conversion rates?
You got to spend money. You got to spend money, make money, you know?
That's right. This is an investment.
I don't feel great about this.
Well, he has some trouble with his wicked stepmother and his uncle's legal team. So I'm sure it's just he needed some money to help battle them and get their stuff back. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. We're going to be rolling.
Did he provide a return email address that we can sort of correspond and just sort of check on like what the hiccup was? Because I know sometimes like the wires get crossed. That's not just like an idiom. Sometimes the wires, when you wire money to people, get crossed, and then our 10 mil, was it 10 mil that we were getting?
We get to keep $4 million of it.
Okay. How much were we supposed to? You didn't even tell me how much we were supposed to send over. I just did all of it. I just clicked the transfer all button.
I think that sounds right. I think he just has like as much as you can.
Why do they even have that button?
Yeah, I don't know. It says transfer all to Kenyan Prince.
I want to give you, as long as we're updating, I want to give you guys a couple of updates on my life. First is I chased my cat out of the litter box so I could shut her out of the office for recording soundproofing.
Terrific.
And now I have locked myself in a stink prison.
Yeah.
Please send help. Please, I'm dying. Second alert. I wanted to give everybody a quick pregnancy update via a message I found yesterday that I thought you all would enjoy. And I thought we could just stage a reading of this real quick. I was looking for no baby yet. Looking for information about how people have triggered
there is a baby.
There is a baby, just not out
visible.
In the outside world.
Not a visible baby. Invisible baby.
I found this brief forum exchange yesterday while I was cruising. There are 3 messages in the exchange, so I figured we could just go me, Travis, Griffin. You ready?
Yeah, terrific.
Nicey says, I'm a 41-year-old mother of 4. Every woman pregnancy are very much so different. I would advise you all to let Mother Nature take its course. All the oils and different regimes may harm the baby. The safety of the baby is more important than trying to jumpstart labor on your own. Congratulations to you, and good luck on your beautiful blessing.
And then Nicey says again, we are the same age. Name and kids, congrations.
And then Ashley says, screw you, I'm 19. He's ready. He's just stuck. I'm going to induce. I'm 19. He's ready.
He's just stuck.
He's just stuck. We need to prime the cannon and blast that baby on out.
I love that Ashley throws in the age. I'm 19, so I'm a world-wise woman. I know that he's just stuck.
He's just stuck.
I'm 19. I'm not some kid, all right?
I'm just as a child. Screw you. I'm not.
I can tell when a baby's stuck in my gully works, all right?
So that's where I'm at. Anyway, those are our problems, but we don't need to stress you out about those.
Once again, just to check in, have no problems.
No problem still on the Griffin front. So let's help our listeners. Hey, brothers, I have a question. Sometimes my friends and I will go to bars or restaurants.
Like cool people.
Like cool people. A place to hang out and have fun like you do. Problem is, oh my God, the smell. The problem is one of my friends will often come along and then not order anything. I feel like this is rather rude to the establishment. Am I being weird and should just let it go? If not, what should I do? That's from Empty Cheers in Davis,
I think that's Colorado.
Colorado.
Man, I worry so much about myself fucking up accidentally without meaning to all of the time that if I extended that service to everybody in my immediate vicinity, I don't know why I'm speaking in the hypothetical sense right now, because I do definitely do that, and it kills me. It's killing me. It's killing me.
Do you know what's especially bad? Like, if you have a bar that you, like, so for example, in Cincinnati, we go to Arnold's all the time. It's like our theater bar. It's where we hang out. And so, like, if a new person went and did something that I would think of as rude, like, it would be so much more embarrassing, because it's like, hey, this is our place. Could you just be cool for 2 seconds
cool?
and order some cheesy fries?
They know us
just
here.
Be cool for 5 seconds.
Can you just order a hot brown, please?
Just get a hot Dubin, please, for the love of Jesus.
I feel like the if you're just taking up a seat though at like a table with friends, then that's not really that big of an issue. I mean, just not ordering something, right? I mean, the only person who's going to be aware of that is the server if they're coming to the table, and I don't know, that has to be mixed with some relief that they don't have to do more work, right?
Well, I guess the question is it the same friend more than once? You know, if like Tom always just sits there when you go to
Thrifty Reggie.
Yeah, Thrifty Reggie just sits there at Cheesy Steve's and doesn't order the cheesy fries ever.
No.
You know, and it's like,
and if
hey,
you go to Cheesy Steve's, you have to. I mean, it's basically a mandate. You know why?
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
the
what they're
only
known for.
It's the only thing on the menu. Can I have a water? No, you can't have a water.
I can blend down some cheesy fries
I
for
guess. Do we even have a blend? No, we don't. We just
they
have
do a
blender.
beer like a French onion soup, and there's just like bread and cheese floating on top. That's it.
We have a deep fat fryer, and we got the cheese blaster. And those are the only two instruments we got back. We don't even have glasses.
We don't have glass in the windows.
This is a shitty place.
This is
I don't
shitty.
know why people keep coming here.
Yeah. Man, I wouldn't. There are so many. I always think of it like there are so many worse things that you could do at a restaurant. You could like I was talking to a guy the other day about playing D&D here in Austin, like where you find a group to do it, like where you find neutral ground to play it with strangers. He told me he used to play with a group that used to go to a pizza place near our house, and they would just post up in the pizza place and play through like 3 hours of a campaign. And I was like, how were they fucking cool with that? Like, because those nerds are gonna chomp down, but they're not gonna chomp down for 3 straight hours.
Well, here's how you're fucking cool with that. If you show up between like 2 and 5, you're fine. If you order enough to justify being there, you're fine. And then if you tip really well, you're fine. Like, that's the thing. If you think about being there for 3 hours, the amount of opportunities they have to come over and like refill your drinks and like check on you and everything, you have to tip like 35%.
But eventually, you don't think the cashier is just like, I'm fucking sick of looking at these people. Juice, are you okay? Did you pass out? Oh, shit. Hey, what happened?
I had to go empty out the litter box.
Oh, my God, you actually did it.
Obama called and he said FEMA was going to have to start issuing housing vouchers to my neighbors if I didn't contain it.
Do you guys want a Yahoo?
Of course.
This Yahoo is sent in by Drew Davenport. Thank you, Drew. He has a lot of honorifics.
You know, some people are starting to get real jealous of Drew Davenport.
Well, guys, his game is super on point.
I wish would Drew be comfortable with going to our Facebook page and just sharing some of his secrets?
I don't think he will. I love Drew Davenport. I think he is protecting his secrets the same way that Lex Luthor protects his
the location of kryptonite. I'll just do that for you and fill that
worked.
in.
That worked.
Hit
great.
me.
Drew Davenport, thank you, is asked by Yahoo Answers user Sophie, who asks, "Is it weird? I prefer this type of acting."
Huh?
My friends like the whole Hayden Christensen lightsaber fighting, jumping about, trying to be cool and intimidating. Yet, I prefer the Marlon Brando Godfather. I think Brando sat in the big chair is so much cooler, and I find it intimidating as well. I mean, who is the better actor, Hayden Christensen or Marlon Brando?
Oh, taking a bold stance.
Is it weird that I prefer Marlon Brando to Hayden Christensen?
Now, I know he's a little indie, little-known actor that not a lot of people have heard of, but I think that Marlon Brando's got chops.
I guess, but does he have Hayden Christensen chops?
Listen, who does? I'm just saying, like, it doesn't even, like, you got to scale it different, you know what I mean? Like, Brando is the best of, like, the Brandos, you know what I mean? Is he going to be able to break into the, like, Christensen levels? No,
the Christensen
of course not.
strata. Yeah, no,
But
that's
what
tough.
he does with what he's got is very impressive. I look forward to his new stuff.
Yeah. He'll never hit that Orlando Bloom echelon, right?
Oh God, no. Yeah.
He's clearly not going to Bloom. He's never going to Christensen. I have an internal debate that I argue about with myself every day of Christensen or Bloom. Brando doesn't even fucking factor into the equation.
You know who the wild card is? The wild card is Ewan McGregor.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think he can straddle, but he does the lightsaber fights, like, so he's hitting that level.
And
But
he's
then
austere.
big fishing. And
Yeah.
he's big fishing, you know what I
He's
mean?
big fishing.
The
yeah.
problem is what sort of muddies these waters is
That the big fish live in. Go on.
The big fish live in is that Marlon Brando was so good in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who will ever forget that classic scene of him standing in the Reigns of Endor in his white wife beater and his face twisted up in anguish and just shouting Star Wars. I'll never forget. that scene.
I liked in Star Wars when his giant floating head appeared to Luke and said, "I am your father."
I like.
So check out this fortress of solitude I made for you.
I thought.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Wait, huh?
There are some unexpected crossover here.
I thought it was weird when it jumped from like a lightsaber fight in the middle of the Death Star, and then inexplicably he was an old man and he died. He died in a garden, while his grandson watched him die, and then his grandson grew up to be Boba Fett.
I love that one scene where he's just flopping around with his big silly head, and he's like, "Misa could have been a contender."
Yeah, that was a good one too. Oh man, but how does he?
How does he stack up to Hayden?
There's a reason he wasn't young Vader, you know, because like he whenever
old?
I don't know if you guys know about how big Hollywood works, and Travis, I guess you should learn about this since you're about to be a fucking cog in that horrible machine. But casting directors, when they cast parts, they're basically ranking who the best actor is, right? So
Yes.
if Marlon Brando had been better than Hayden Christensen, he would have been young Vader. He would have been grown-up Anakin. He would have been fucking necking with Natalie Portman.
I have a question though, Griffin. How do they do if one actor is the best actor?
Yeah.
They call them first, right? In
They
the
do.
ranking systems. How do they decide which part to fill? How do you make the system so that the best actor doesn't get all the parts?
You go
Or
top
is-
down.
Is that what happened with
Well, that's what I'm
Marvel?
saying. Some casting directors get creative about it. For instance, the Nutty Professor,
Yep.
they said, how can we fucking choose? He would slot into any of these parts perfectly. We have a lot of people on retainer that we could get, but tell me I'm going to meet with our CGI team and see what they can do. And then the CGI team was like, of course we can multiply him. Multiplicity, same thing.
Same deal.
It was not supposed to be Michael Keaton in all of those roles, which is confusing because it's supposed to be clones, right?
Right.
But the CGI tech wasn't good enough back then.
It was
Well,
originally
isn't
going to
that-
be Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian
Right.
Bale.
I think that's what happened in The Social Network, right? Is like they hired 2 dudes to play the twins, and then they said, "Oh my God, Armie Hammer,
Yeah.
he's the greatest actor of our
He's really
generation. We're gonna clone him."
That's what's great. They didn't do that in the CGI. The CGI wasn't good enough for their standards. So if you actually watch the movie, if you pause it and jump forward like a frame at a time, you can tell it's actually that's just one shot, right? And Armie Hammer is just moving very quickly.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's just because
Believe it or not.
a film is displayed in 60 frames per second. So he is 120 times per second moving to the left and right, and it's just him.
If you look at his special skills sheet under his resume on the back of his headshot, it's like juggling, some Spanish, hyper frame shifting,
Yeah, face
Lone
step,
Rangering.
face stepping.
and he draws a picture of like a lightning bolt
Yeah.
next to it on every resume, just to heighten it, I guess, or to make it seem more special.
No.
Is
There's
that
a lot
why
of
he puts
actors
the
who can do
smiley
that.
face stickers on there?
No, yeah.
I'm a
He's,
super good actor. number 1.
And then he puts a scratch and sniff sticker that smells like he does. I
Yeah.
will come to set every day, guarantee.
Guarantee to smell like
the
this.
Arnie Hammer guarantee is that I will smell like this every day.
This is my agent, Arnie Hammer.
How about another question? I feel like we did really good on that one.
Hey, brothers. So I'll get straight to the point. I've been dating this guy I was friends with for about 3 months now. Nothing official yet. Anyways, while on a date, he randomly brings up a gift bag with a handmade purse made for me. It's one of those jean bags you make out of cutting the legs off of some jeans. It's super sweet. I really appreciate the sentiment. Is it really my style? No. So the question is, when would be an appropriate situation to use the bag? Thanks so much. Huge fan, muddled in Mexico.
I think when you need to transport a disembodied butt, that would be a good place to put that.
I love that when I read this question going through the emails, for some reason, now it makes sense to me that you cut the legs off all the way, like at, the hip, so it just forms the back.
You
I
dumb
was picturing
bastard.
cutting it like jorts. And so, like, you could put, like, stuff in one leg or in the other one.
Yeah. Which leg do I keep my chapstick in? It's trick
Maybe the
question.
high. I bet the punctuation on this is after he gave her the bag, he stood up to reveal that he was just wearing jean chaps.
Is it possible you were friends with him? Is it possible he's fucking with you?
I mean,
And he was like, I know this isn't your style. Like, he knew it wasn't your style, and he was like, oh, this is ironic. This is funny because she wouldn't normally carry this kind of thing. I'm going to give it to her and see how she reacts.
I think
And
she
then we'll
probably
laugh about it.
She probably saw he probably saw like a BuzzFeed post of like easy craft gifts that you can make for a new girlfriend, and then for some reason, the demented author of that terrible post wrote, make a butt purse. That's what it is. It's a butt. I don't want to mince words. It's a butt purse. It's a butt purse in a thing that butts go in typically.
Listen, if you're really serious about this fella, I think you need to adjust your style because there is no guarantee that you're not going to keep receiving handmade jean gifts.
Yeah.
There are a lot of ladies out there that would just go crazy for some handmade jean gifts.
No, Justin, I'm going to disagree with you slightly. And that I'm going to disagree with you completely.
Okay.
I
So
think,
not like a little bit, like the
like
whole
100%, 180, other
whole
direction.
enchilada.
One direction, two directions. And I think that that's this early on they've only been going out 3 months. I think that this is kind of a scattershot approach to see what she likes. And it's an opportunity to be like, okay, gave her the purse. She's not using that. Okay, so I'll scratch that off.
That's
Let's
a
try out
weird.
some scented oils.
That's a weird baseline. When you're trying to like figure out what your new lover loves, you start with a butt bag? No.
It is a huge jump. You should work backwards.
It's like if you play Guess Who, and it's like, do they look like they're hiding some sadness? And that's like your first question in Guess Who. Not, are they a man or woman? Do they have glasses?
Well, but imagine, okay, if you say, do they have glasses? And the answer is yes, which, by the way, who the fuck picks someone with glasses for that very risk? But if the answer is yes, you've just narrowed it down. If you give butt purse and she's like, I love the butt purse.
I love butt
like,
purse. You know
done it.
everything about that person.
Nailed it in
question.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Trav.
It's a risky gambit. I know that.
Yeah.
But if it lands,
Yeah.
you're set.
You are
butt
set.
purses for life.
Is it possible that this person has a blossom fetish?
Hey,
They're
why
trying
don't
to
you wear this floppy hat tonight? Just
Just wear this. I'm going to also wear a weird hat, and I'm going to talk very fast, and we are going to make love. Whoa. I don't know, man. Can you use it for maybe a diaper bag in the far future? That might be okay, because that's kind of like putting butts in a bag.
You could use it for if you go on a trip and you want to have stuff in the car, so he'll see it, but no one else ever will.
You could use it somewhere where you think there's a high probability of being mugged.
Yeah.
Give me everything in the bag. Well,
No, please.
Let me simplify this for you.
Take my heart. Take my legs. not my special butt bag from my lover. Oh, I love it.
Or it could be a theft deterrent where it's give me your purse. Wait, no, never mind. Bye.
Okay, fine.
that.
All right, fine. You win. I'll just take all the things inside the bag, and you can keep. I got a lot of stuff in here. You only got 2 hands. It's gonna be a lot more convenient. Just take the bag. Take the butt bag. Please take the butt bag.
I guess you could call it a fanny pack.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Just
golly.
just what this bit needed, Travis.
A fanny pack.
Start again. I'm lost.
Okay, so he's saying
My
butt
coworkers
bag.
are constantly going out to eat for lunch. I try not to usually due to cost and health reasons, but they are always offering to pay or seeming super disappointed when I turn them down. While I appreciate their generosity, the guilt I'm saddled with after receiving a lot of free meals isn't exactly pleasant either, and I often can't afford to pay for a meal in return. How do I mitigate this situation? My wallet, conscience, and waistline are all on the line here, and that's from Treated in Tucky.
That's good. I like that. Tell them to why does somebody care so much about what you're eating all the time?
You have to go.
But they
You
feel guilty.
have
They don't
to
want to have to
go.
listen. They don't want to get free rides from their coworkers. That's uncomfortable. I get that. But they also don't want to fucking pay for bottomless apps at TGI Fridays every fucking day of their life.
Okay, but what it sounds like to me is that idea of them saying, we'll pay, come on, is that they see it as a very social, team building thing.
Right.
And they don't want you to feel left out. They're trying to make you feel included. Whereas you're looking at nah, I'm happy to hang out. I just don't want to go out to eat every day. Which makes total sense to me.
This sounds to me suspiciously like a free introductory offer. I feel like you're going to get there, enjoy some bottomless French onion soup or something, and then at the end they think, boy, wasn't this fun? We were happy to pay this time, but I feel like we could really keep these good times going. If we could just get you to commit to 6 meals per month and get on this timeshare at this TGI Fridays timeshare with us, then we think that this could really be the start of something big.
2 weeks out of every year, this appetizer plate could be yours.
This could be
Think
your
about it.
plate. The other 50 weeks, people are going to touch it. And that's not great. I'll be honest. I don't love that part of the arrangement.
Can you brown bag it every day, but make it look special?
Ooh, tell them a sick family member made my nanny made me.
My nanny
No, I can't
makes
say
this.
nanny. My nana made me the sandwich. I feel so guilty.
My
eating the
adult
food.
nanny, my adult babysitter, made this for me. She's very
Mrs.
sick.
Poppins would be really disappointed.
That's
if I
gonna
didn't
work
eat this
for
sandwich.
That's gonna work for a week, Trav. That's not a long-term solution. Because after 4 months, you're like, yeah, nanny, my adult babysitter's still pretty sick, so I better.
Well, no. Then you have to dress up as the babysitter and come into work and be like, oh, he doesn't want to go out to lunch with you.
Michael, I can't help but notice my special lunch remains uneaten here.
Oh man.
Can you go to the... Okay. You go to the bathroom. You dress up as your adult nanny, Mrs. Doubtfire 2. And then you carry a brown bag lunch in and put it on your desk and maybe loudly announce, oh, I was so delighted to make this. I sure hope Michael enjoys it.
Lunchtime for my little piggy.
Where is that sweet piggy? I never seem to see him around.
Have you ever noticed how you never see us in the same place at the same time?
Well, I need to go shit. I'm going to go shit for 5 minutes.
Some bad Mexican food at that restaurant you're always trying to get Michael to go to.
You might expect me to leave out the front door.
I ate there once in 1987 and haven't stopped shitting since. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go climb out the bathroom window.
Have you guys ever noticed how Michael's adult nanny Mrs. Doubtfire 2 seems to only enter and exit the building via the men's bathroom?
I just went in the men's bathroom and I just saw her clothes lying on the ground. I think she shit herself out of her body.
Is this the start of Left Behind?
Has Mrs. Doubtfire 2 been raptured?
Oh, man. I think that'll work.
Yep.
I know we were joking, but now I'm like ruminating on it, and I think that'll actually be great.
It makes a lot of sense. Should we go to the money zone?
I want to, yes.
Listen, you tried Hulu on your computer. Everybody has. Check out this crazy video. You won't believe it. It's on Hulu. But Hulu Plus is like that, but better. They've got all the current season episodes of your favorite shows like Modern Family, The Daily Show, all that good stuff. And they've got some series every episode, like South Park. And it's exclusively available through Hulu Plus. Every episode of South Park, believe it or not. There's tons of ways you can watch Hulu Plus. There's Apple TV, Roku, on your smart TV, whatever, however you want to do it.
What's awesome is they have new stuff, and they also have tons of like old shows that you're not going to find anywhere else. I'm really excited because they have a show called The Supersizers Go that Teresa and I just love, and for a long time we couldn't find it anywhere.
Oh, did
and
they add that?
It's on Hulu Plus.
Holy
yeah, it's
crap.
amazing. They have episodes of QI with Stephen Fry.
Oh,
They
shit.
They have Penn and Teller's bullshit like every episode.
Awesome.
It's really amazing. So it's not only worth it to keep up with new stuff, but you're going to find stuff on there that you're not going to find anywhere else.
They also got original stuff. There's a new season of The Awesomes, the cartoon from Seth Meyers. You might know him from late night television. They have all 10 episodes of the first season, so you can get prepped for that new joint on August 4th.
Listen, this is $8 a month, and that is very, very reasonable for the amount of stuff you're getting. But we can give you a 2-week free trial. Just go to huluplus.com/mybrother. huluplus.com/mybrother.
But I can't stress enough, it's important that you use that code because that says like, hey,
You should
my
keep
brother,
giving
my brother,
us
and me, it's
stupid-
worth it.
Yeah. They'll keep giving us money also, which is
And we like that.
I'll be honest, that's what I like. I like that part.
I like money too, and if you want money, you know the best way to get it? Coding. That's right. Coding has become the most desired job skill of 2014.
Man,
Now, do you mean coating like you would like put something onto something?
Yes.
Like you're covered in
Well,
chocolate.
No, coding like bits and bytes and boops and bleeps. Mm-hmm. Coding. And the easiest way to learn coding, in our opinion, my opinion, is 1 month HTML. It's the easiest way to learn to build websites. What you do is you guarantee them 30 minutes a day for 30 days. And you know what? Most of the lessons you don't even have to do 30 minutes.
Justin,
Most of
you've
them
been
are a
doing
little
it,
shorter.
right?
I have. I'm halfway through 1 month HTML. You have an actual website built day one. You build something.
Are you ready to drop that URL on the air?
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, Griffin. If you go to justinmcelroy.net, you will be able to see my personal website that I built with 1 month HTML. It's got everything. It's got photos. It's got video. It's got links.
It's like the Hayden Christensen of websites.
It's got fun flash games for children.
It's got everything. And there's a community of 12,000 people, other students, learning online. You know, the cool thing, I finished this project, this website, and I sent it in. You know, it is a correspondence course, but you do get a lot of feedback. I sent in my website, and they actually sent back like a 5-minute long video where they just sort of walked through my code and made some suggestions for things that I could tweak and fix.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible. And they've got a lot of other courses. They've got 1 month Rails and other.
That's the one I'm going to dip into that, I think.
Yeah. And learn Ruby on Rails and a lot of other stuff. You can go to onemonth.com/mybrother and get 25% off of one of these courses. That's a pretty great deal. So 1 month HTML, 30 minutes a day for 30 days, and you will learn one of these programming languages, and you will be a lot more valuable as an employee. And you get a one-time 25% discount on your class if you go to onemonth.com/mybrother.
Justin, I have to warn you, a lesson I learned the other day, don't ever tweet about what you think about a coding language. Because I tweeted about PHP and how confusing I thought it was. I started a fucking firestorm. I did not know that, apparently coding languages are the new, Sega and Nintendo argument from the early 90s.
Really? A lot of people want to weigh in.
A lot of people are like,
that.
yeah, PHP is dirt. A lot of people are like, my dad is made out of PHP. It got fucking real in my Twitter feed.
Hypothetically, is there a video or website one could go to find out what any of this means? I mean, just say someone were really bad at interneting, right?
No, I think that's
Just
what 1 month.
hypothetically.
I think that's what 1 month is. You start from.
I have
start
to
from
go to there?
scratch. Yeah. I have a message for Samuel K. From Mallory, who says, "It's not your birthday, but I didn't want to wait 6 goddamn months to wish you a good one. Here's to many more Let's Plays and anime podcasts, together in the coming years, and rest assured, in the very distant future, when you finally kick the bucket, I'll skin you, wear you like a coat, and play an elaborately cruel prank on your loved ones. Hail Satan."
Everything about this makes this one of the top 10 Money Zone spots we've ever had.
Yeah, no, that's really good. And I tell you why, she has a very comprehensive plan for Samuel, for his whole life. And that's a true friend right there.
I also love it when people can't wait to give us money.
I can't, she's going to come right back around.
That's the thing about Money Zone. The first taste, and it's like, you
get a taste for it. You won't even have anything to say. Like that dude last week who was like, hit me up on my Moby. It was like, I don't actually want to say this. I just want to keep giving the McRoy brothers money.
Can you stop? Can you not edit the greatest Money Zone message ever, please?
What was it?
Thanks for vibing it and keeping it tight. If you need me, I'm on my mobile.
So good.
Slam dunk.
So good. That is
Yet
the
to
mark.
be topped.
I gotta say, Mallory, you came awfully close.
Brevity's the soul of wit. Let's see if Vincent Longa can dethrone. And I got a message for. I want to make sure I get this right. Alicia Longa. Okay, so they're obviously related in some fashion. Let's dig a little.
Let's crack this mystery with the next sentence right below.
Happy Dirty 30, my lovely wife. You got me a Vita for my B-Day, so I got the Brothers McElroy to say happy B-Day to you on our favorite podcast, which I feel is better than last year's evening at Medieval Times.
Disagree.
Incorrect.
Medieval Times is the greatest restaurant that's ever existed.
Here's to another awesome year. And remember, just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you can put your finger in my belly button hole. Gross.
That's
Happy bidet.
Happy bidet. Don't put your finger in there. It's where all of your parasites go to chill. It's like a hot tub for your body's billion parasites. So maybe just think about that. Congratulations on the Vita, though. It's a nice little platform.
Why don't you guys go to Medieval Times? If there's a Medieval Times close to you, you should be there every day supporting the Green Knight.
Yeah.
You're a Green Knight man.
Oh, God. All day long. All day, every day. It's the only sport I care about. If they televised Medieval Times, oof.
Basically, the only thing I want to do with my life is go to Medieval Times, and it's never happened.
You've never been?
When I say that sometimes, and people think that it's like when I said I really wanted to go to the Jekyll and Hyde Club in New York, and everybody thought oh, how fun and ironic. No, you don't know me at all.
You don't get it.
You don't get me.
God, when we do our live shows, we have to go to one near our Medieval Times.
Can we rent out the whole Medieval Times, and will they let us night?
Can we night it up?
I don't want a night.
Yes, you do. Look deep within yourself.
I was just Googling Green Knight because I thought it was the name of the Martin Lawrence film. But no, of course, that was Black Knight was the name of that film. And I fucked that up. I fucked that up right proper.
Yeah, not good work there.
This is Biz.
And I'm Teresa.
And we host a show called One Bad Mother, a comedy podcast about parenting.
Not a parenting podcast.
Guess what? We both just had babies.
Again.
Check out the show enjoyed by breeders and ballers alike on iTunes or MaximumFun.org.
Listen, guys, how about another Yahoo? I feel like we've only had one this episode.
You feel like that because we did. But this Yahoo is sent in by level 466. Yahoo Shaman Drew Davenport. Thank you,
Can
Drew
we just
Davenport.
start calling them Yadrews?
Yadrews.
If it's not from, as long as it's from Drew, let's just call him a Yadrew.
Okay, this Yadrew was asked by Yahoo Answers user Leia, who asks, "Oh fuck, is lava real?" I've just finished watching the film Shrek, and there was a scene in the movie where there was a dragon and lava, and I was just wondering if you can get lava in real life. Also, are Shrek/ogres real?
Okay, this isn't a crazy question. Lava does seem very weird.
Yeah, let me ask both of you. Y'all ever seen lava?
I have not. I have not seen lava.
Travis?
I've seen it on like the TV.
Oh, fuck, no. Have you felt its radiant heat?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Could be Hollywood bullshit.
Now, Griffin, to be fair, there's lots of things I've never seen in real life.
But lava seems kind of fantastical, right? They say it's
does-
rock. I ain't never seen a fucking rock move like that.
It's a plasma, isn't it? It falls within that category.
I think it's a
that's neither-
plasmoid.
It's a plasmid.
It's a plasmid. Yeah.
It is a plasmid. There are times where I'll get confused on issues like this. I will sometimes forget, and please don't make fun, but I will sometimes forget if unicorns are real or not. Not to say that there are unicorns today, but I will sometimes have brief moments
Yeah.
where I try to remember if that is a historical animal that is no longer extant, or if it is,
Now, Justin, in your defense, here's the thing:
fantastical.
a horse with a horn on its head versus a giant, like 40-foot tall dinosaur with giant sharp teeth and huge. It's like, which one's a little bit more believable that it actually existed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have horses.
obviously.
We have horses with horns on their head. They're called deer and moose.
Yeah. That's very believable to me. But that's what's always crazy if I might lay my cards on the table.
Yeah.
People, dinosaurs, totally accept it. You talk about dragons, and everyone's like, this guy and dragons.
Yeah, guess what a pterodactyl was? A fucking dragon.
dragon.
Yeah, it's a
How about,
fucking dragon. right there.
narwhals. Like narwhals are whales with unicorn horns.
Uh-huh.
Like, why is it so preposterous to think that unicorns may have been around?
Yeah.
A Bigfoot is just like a gorilla person.
Yeah, that can happen. A super hairy dude loses his fucking mind and wanders into the forest. What's up? That's a Bigfoot. I don't give a fuck
Now
what
it's
you want to call
Bigfoot.
it. Now you are a Bigfoot.
He eats
A Loch
one
Ness
person,
monster
he's
was a
Bigfoot.
plesiosaurus.
You get a super tall goat that only has the one horn. I don't care what the fuck you like scientifically. That's a phylum Corrigogon. No, that's a fucking unicorn. I don't need to like splice its fucking DNA and
Right.
be like, oh, that G and C are next to that A, so that's not a unicorn. That's clearly of the goat phylum. No, that's
There's a fish with arms.
yeah,
That's a mermaid, guys.
yeah. That is a mermaid. I mean, like alligator basically is a.
Have you ever
mermaid.
seen an okapi?
Yeah,
Okapi? Yeah. It looks like two animals put together. That right there's a griffin, my man.
that's a griffin. So, deal with that. But
mean, I've never
fucking
seen-
liquid hot rocks? No,
No, that's
way.
unbelievable. That's crazy.
Hi, I've seen rocks before. They're hard and
They're
cold.
super, super hard.
and cold.
I gotta-
Sometimes they're liquid and really hot. Nah, sorry. Maybe better luck next year.
I went
Bud.
over to a buddy of mine, his house. He made a hot rock out of like a big old smooth rock, and he put it on some rock salt, and then put that in the oven, and then we cooked Wagyu beef on it. And what the weirdest thing is, when that rock came out of the oven, it wasn't a liquid. What?
I've gone down into caves before. And you know what they are?
Yeah.
Cold.
They're super
It's
cold.
cold in there.
It's
You
weird. It's
go
like the
down
lower you
into
get.
the earth, it's cold.
It's almost like heat rises.
Griffin put okay, if you want to get something, Griffin put a rock into the hottest thing that there is, because if you want to get something hot, there's only one thing you turn to. It's the oven. So nothing can get anything hotter than an oven.
Yeah, they used to
Don't
call it.
say
They used to,
microwave because it's called a microwave oven.
yeah,
All right.
They used to just call it a hotter because that's what
It's
it
the
is.
hottest way you can hot something is that. So he did that, and then he put a rock in there, and it didn't melt. So I don't know. You tell me where we're at.
Science.
Science.
It's weird.
You think you're hot shit. You know what's hot shit? The oven.
The oven is hot, okay?
So let's talk about Mike Myers for a second.
Okay.
He's kind of let himself go, right? And at that point, like, I know it was a movie role and it was Hollywood magic, and that movie wasn't technically live action. Technically, like, there were human voices behind it. Fine, whatever. They looked human enough to me. At what point does Mike Myers stop being Mike Myers and start being Shrek, you know? He's done fucking 9 of those now. He has spent, listen, the amount of time that goes into recording those movies, he has spent more time being Shrek than he has not being Shrek, right?
From what
Think
I've read on
about that.
BuzzFeed, he's really hard to work with. So I guess you could say he's a bit of an ogre.
Yeah. Food for thought.
Why doesn't Mike Myers do movies anymore? Because he's an ogre.
He's an ogre. He's
he's
big
an
and
ogre.
green. He only likes, like, playing with, like, earwax and stuff. It's been a while since I've seen the Shrek films.
Mike, we're big fans.
Mike, I love your work.
Thank you for listening.
Please don't eat my bones.
Also, I've seen the trailer to Love Guru like 30 times.
Yeah.
Can't bring myself to watch the movie, but I'm kind of obsessed with it.
It's a shame, right? 'Cause it's his last human movie.
You can already see the transformation beginning. They
Yeah.
try to cover it up with prosthetics, but no.
No, he got
Can't hide his nature.
he's got little wiggly funnels up there.
I work at a small local restaurant. One of my coworkers doesn't wear deodorant.
Oh.
He says that he doesn't want all those chemicals in his body. And I don't want to smell like a mall. I want to smell like a man.
I don't want to smell like a mall.
a mall.
Oh, does he mean like Hollister and like Abercrombie and Fit? And they
Exactly.
like this?
Right.
Okay.
Brands and commercialism, right? He wants to smell like a man.
Gotcha. Like duty.
Like a dirt man.
Like a duty man.
His body odor gets pretty bad. Yeah, I think that's connected. And I'm pretty sure customers notice. How do I help him realize that he needs to stop trying to pull off the McConaughey and utilize some smell goods? That's from Smelling Bad in San Antonio. Okay.
Let me wait. I just realized something. I didn't realize this putting together. But do you ever notice that sometimes without meaning to, we have like theme episodes, and this is the third question about a restaurant?
That's
That is weird.
restaurant life.
We got a lot of restaurant questions.
Can I just get out in front of this and say I get it? And like I've known people who did not use deodorant because maybe they have like super sensitive skin down there.
Notice
Maybe
he's using the past tense, by the way, folks.
No, I know. So I have a friend here in Austin who doesn't wear it just because like they're not super crazy about having a bunch of chemicals in it. They have sensitive skin. I get it. I got sensitive skin. I only have like 1 or 2 brands of deodorant I found that doesn't like just like blow my shit up down there or in there, I should say. I totally get it, and I think that there are people who get away with it. Like my friend doesn't stink. He doesn't.
You
Like
know-
he just doesn't. He just doesn't produce a lot of smell down there. But if you work in a fucking restaurant,
Yeah.
like I think that's. I'm willing to give you credit. Like do what you want, chase your bliss. But if you work in a restaurant, a place that like it is kind of important that you at least at the very minimum don't affect the smell in the room.
That you're smell neutral.
You gotta be at 0 smell on the pH scale. Yeah, that's a non-starter, guys.
Ooh, I just had $1 million idea.
Okay.
Deodorant that smells like food.
Oh my god!
So
I
rather
just
than you
barfed a
smell
little bit.
like, rather than smell like a mall, you smell like a food court.
Justin,
cinnamon pits.
Justin, when he hit puberty before us, I remember this very distinctly. I had many occasions to smell Justin's armpits, and I think it was he used to do the thing where he'd put his fingers in his armpits and then like put them in my face to make me smell them. And I always thought they smelled like ketchup. That's not a joke. I remember Justin's pit smelling like exactly like Heinz or McDonald's, like that sugary ketchup.
Justin once convinced me that in place of deodorant, you could rub orange peels in your armpits.
Oh, Justin.
And that shit burned.
It hurts.
You know, I've never thought about this, but Justin, you owe me like 100 apologies for the terrible, terrible thing that you did to me.
Well, I'm very sorry. Does that count? No. Now, here's the thing. I have a really great solution for this. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. You make this man some homemade natural deodorant as a gift. Work really hard on it and make it special and put a bow on it. Here's a quick recipe. 3 tablespoons coconut oil, 3 tablespoons baking soda, 2 tablespoons shea butter, 2 tablespoons arrowroot, and essential oils. Mix it on up, and there's like some stove stuff here, but you can Google it or whatever. And then make him some natural deodorant as a gift deodorant, and put like a brand, make a fake label like Jerry's Natural. I'm assuming his name is Jerry. Jerry's Natural stick.
To not smell like duty man.
Jerry's special do not get fired ointment.
Jerry's special, the customers are gagging bar.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, Griffin, you're absolutely, because the friends I have that don't wear, they're very outdoorsy. They're very beachy. They live, they spend a lot of time rock climbing and hiking through the
And
woods.
ain't that some shit? Ain't that some, like, that friend of mine is, like, kind of outdoorsy and, like, was camping and shit like that. And then he doesn't stink. And then I go see, like, an outdoor theater production, and I fucking, like, smell like dog shit afterwards.
Do you think it's like people who are really protective of their kids and keep them away from germs, so like their immune system is really weak? And like that's the thing, we're making our smell immune system really weak by putting on deodorant. And if you just embrace it, you become very protective. You're very defended against smell.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to go off it, and I'm going to write a memoir about that year that I went without deodorant.
Eat, pray, stink.
No, it's just going to be called My Stinky Year, and it's going to be a New York Times bestseller. Watch out, Elizabeth Gilbert. Who's that? Oh, man, my book got bumped from #1. Who did it? My Stinky Year by Griffin McElroy. I never should have inspired him to chase his dreams. Too bad you did.
Dreams.
You inspired me deeply.
I just graduated college and I'm home for the summer as I search for jobs. So I was wondering what the proper protocol is for asking people on dates when I know I'll be leaving town in the fall. Is it weird if I start seeing people who are also still in college? That's from New Prospects in New Hampshire.
The second thing, no, that's no.
No, that's totally fine.
Just
the
do
first
it.
thing, I think that the key is being upfront.
Yeah.
Like why spend 3 months like living like a monk just because you've got to get take someone out on a date. You're not proposing marriage. You know what I mean?
And
You're
can I
not,
tell you something? That is like, for a lot of people, especially people who are in college, that is going to be like a refreshingly liberating way to approach it. Like, listen, let's just get some practice in here and keep each other company.
Hey, do you want to just have a good time with no expectations for the future?
Well,
and you're
don't
not
say-
trying to like solve this shit.
Do not say, do you want to have a good time?
No, not at all. Not at all. But I'm saying that is the implication of the thing, is like you're just going to hang out and enjoy each other's company, and it's cool.
The great thing is that if you know that there's an expiration date on the relationship, you're going to get out there and you're going to make the most of the time you have together as a couple. So many couples spend days idling away in front of the TV, but you're going to get out there, you two will go skydiving. You could go Rocky Mountain climbing.
Jesus, this every
you
time.
go 2.7 seconds on a bull man named Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
What I'm suggesting is to date like you were moving.
Yeah. Can I bounce just a quick like devil's advocate off the two of you though?
Uh-huh.
What if it's love?
Well, then
Shit.
solves itself, right?
Does it?
Well, because here's the thing. If it's love, then do you really want to run the risk of not finding it?
Oh, fuck, that's a
my
good
God.
point, Travis.
That's a good point, Travis.
Thank you.
I haven't watched the trailers for this Fault in Our Stars movie very closely, but I think this is about the same thing.
Yeah, it's about two people who are moving.
Two people who are moving, and they decide to date each other even though they know they're moving. And it seems like, even if it doesn't pan out, you're still going to make a lot of green. It seems like those people are just raking in the dough.
Oh, they're doing very, very good.
Yeah, they're doing very well. So, maybe try that.
I think she's like training to be an astronaut or something because she's got that oxygen tank.
Yeah, she's going to the moon. And then she's just over the moon about this new fella.
They should have called the movie Over the Moon. If we're dealing with astronaut stuff, then typically you want to get some sort of space reference in there. But stars, yeah.
Sorry, stars. Yeah,
there
that's
we go. I
actually
guess they
what
did
she's
do it.
going to. I just heard from the president.
The sun's all fucked up.
The sun's all fucked up, and I have to go to space to fix it. There's a fault in our. Are you saying yes, Dr. Mitchelson? There's a fault in our stars.
Oh man.
But also, I'm dating this new guy, so we're gonna see how that goes.
So maybe I'll go fix it, maybe I won't.
That-
But then at the end, spoiler, she does go
We
fix
actually just described the exact plot of the Danny Boyle film Sunshine. That was exactly what we just. The sun's all fucked up. We better fire ship in it. You're welcome, Earth.
And Armageddon, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a pretty. I think that same thing. What's the movie where the center of the Earth, the magma
The
stops
core.
spinning?
Yeah. Well, the let me put it in quotes. Magma.
The magma, which sounds like a made-up D&D monster.
Yeah. This guy who was sent in by Troy Hoffmuckel. Thank you, Troy, for all of the submissions. It's by Yahoo Answers user Trixie Bell. My jaw popped and I yawned while I said that. That was terrible. Trixie Bell asks, is it okay to take a 5-year-old to a restaurant with suggestive names for the food? My husband and I are babysitting our 5-year-old niece, and we want to go out to eat at this rock and roll diner kind of local place. It's a clean place. It's not like Hooters or anything, but all the menu items have suggestive or slightly inappropriate names. Like, their chicken soup is called Cock in a Bowl, and their banana split is called Banana Hammock, and another
Very suggestive.
and another
Do you get it?
and another chicken dish called Naked Breast. Do you get the suggestion? This one's called
Do you get it?
This one's called Fat Cock. Do you get it?
This one's called a dick, and it's a hot dog.
This one's called Pussy. Do you get the
Sorry, can I just make a quick observation that cock in a bowl is not a thing?
No.
It's not like wink, wink, get it? A cock in a bowl.
I think that's actually
it's not a clever play on words.
I think that's what British people call missionary position.
Cock in a bowl.
Thank you, Travis. I was hoping one of us would do it.
Here, I just want to say this too. I want to defend Hooters for a minute. Have you ever been to a Hooters?
They don't
It's
need-
like the no. If you've ever been to a Hooters, I would say that is less sexually explicit than something that uses cock in a bowl to describe a chicken.
I mean,
dish.
that's the thing. I think that's the point they're getting at. I would go to a restaurant with only male waiters, and also all those male waiters' balls are showing, and that the name of the restaurant would be like the Ball Pit, and you would go, and then they'd be like, "What would you like?" And I would say, "Could I have a like roast beef with au jus?" And they would say, "Yes." "What would you like?" "I would like the prime rib." "Fantastic. Those are delicious this time of year." Rather than go to a restaurant where it's like, "What do you want? The rotten asshole?" Like, whoa, why is it called that? I'm wearing a tuxedo because I'm your waiter. Do you want the rotten asshole? Ooh, that was weird. That took a turn. I don't like that.
No discussion of this sort would be complete without a visit to Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville.
Oh, God.
But I said that, and it's not that good because I just got the menu. It's not that great. It's just kind of boring a little bit.
I thought they had like Jimmy Buffett themed snackaroos.
Well, I mean, it's hard because they do have. There's the booze in a blender, which is they bring you a Who's to Blame or a tropical fruit margarita in a 22-ounce take-home blender cup.
and it is delicious.
So hold up, a blender cup, by which you mean just the top part of a blender with the blades and shit in it.
No, there's no blades. It's a novelty, but they take it from one blender into another blender.
That seems
So-
excessive.
Some other drink. Okay, so I wasn't.
they have
looking-
really high blender overhead.
I wasn't looking at the drink section when I said that they're awesome names. If you're a fan of his, you are going to get a treat here. Last Mango in Paris. That's a song, but a drink. Who's to Blame? That's from the song Margaritaville. Fence to the Left. Another lyric. Living It Up. That's the name of a drink.
A shaker of salt? It's just a salt shaker that you have to eat in front of the waiter.
I'll have
I
the
think my favorite appetizer at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville is the clam munchers.
Yeah.
So good.
there's a 5 o'clock somewhere drink that you can order.
Are these part of like a boat drinks umbrella, or is there
No
a thing?
dipshit. There's a whole boat drink section.
Okay.
Bomba Breeze, Rum Runner, Don't Stop the Carnival, Chocolate Banana
Don't
Colada.
stop the carnival is something that an alcoholic would say.
I think that all you have to do is add please in front of it. Please don't stop the carnival.
Please.
And of course, there's shots too under the boat drink section. You can get a boat drink shot of the "Why Don't We Get Drunk in Ellipses?" And of course, that was a reference to the fact that when he originally released the single "Why Don't We Get Drunk and Screw," the record label wouldn't let him put the word "screw" on there. So there's actually just a picture of a screw in the track list. on the
That's
sleeve.
grosser.
Yeah,
It's
way grosser.
slightly grosser, right? God, I want to go to this place so bad. I'm 33 years old. I'm about to be a dad. I'm living a life without irony. All I want to do is go to this place and drink them all until the names are funny,
What?
and then keep drinking.
Listen, you come visit me in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I will take you to Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville.
There is there is no less beachy scene than eating at the Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville inside a casino inside of Cincinnati. There is
Correct.
no less beachy vibe than that. I'm sorry.
But let me fix that for you, Justin, because they play all kinds of fun beachy videos on the closed circuit television. So do you want to see some busty babes bouncing at a tailgate, some parrot heads in their colorful shirts enjoying a kegger? Yeah, you do. Oh, and what's that? Oh, it's Jimmy Buffett performing with Lionel Richie. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's like you're at the beach.
The only problem with the beachy videos is like every once in a while the pit bosses wander over to flip it over to like their closed circuit cams to watch the tables.
That is
ruins the
correct. The
beachy
Jimmy
vibe.
Buffett is also the security office. It's a lot of fun to work there.
Yeah.
A real blast.
I went to one that was close to our house, our apartment in Batavia, Ohio, which was basically inside a mall. Our apartment was. We went to that once, and I think I went with Dad and Carol, and we sat next to the stage at Jimmy Buffett, but there was no live music that night. They just had a TV hooked up to a PlayStation, and a little boy played Guitar Hero on mute, literally right next to us, literally in touching distance.
Where was this?
That was at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, Batavia, Ohio.
Are you sure that wasn't a cheeseburger in paradise?
I'm sorry, it was a cheeseburger in paradise.
How does that fucking dude get 2 restaurants?
He'll be hearing from his lawyers. Now Jimmy Buffett has to sue himself again. There's another year's worth of time where we're not going to get a new album because Jimmy Buffett has to sue himself. Thank you all for listening to our program. We sure appreciate you checking in with us and spending a little time. Thank you to people tweeting about the show. Chris Gard, the Duke, Ivica Folnovic, Michael, KDC, Shelby, Haley, Nick, Elizabeth, Rashawn, Diana, so many others. A lot of really nice comments about our interview with Elizabeth Gilbert last week. She was like a blast, and we would love to have her back at some point.
I had a friend here in Austin who said they listened to that episode because they saw it on Facebook and didn't think it was true. They thought we were lying about having Elizabeth Gilbert on the show, which is pretty great.
So thank you to everybody tweeting about us. If you want to share our show with people you love, just give them MBMBaM.com. We're right there. And if you could give us a review or a subscription on iTunes, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's good for us.
We also have been putting up some really, really awesome animated videos on our YouTube that Tyler Crowley made for us. Go check them out. It's just MBMBaM is the channel name, and they're really, really awesome. And if you like them, good news. We're going to try to get some more on there, and I think you guys are really going to like it. So go subscribe to our YouTube channel and then tell all your friends about it and share all the videos.
Also, in case you missed it, we announced that we joined up with this booking agency called Billions. No big deal, but they are actually a pretty big deal. They do booking for Welcome to Night Vale, which is a great show if you're not listening to it, and a bunch of really great musical acts. They're going to help us set up some tours next year. We are going to try and hit a lot of places in America and maybe a little bit of Canada. We're still figuring it out, still planning it out. But yeah, we're gonna kick that shit in a high gear starting next year, and of course we'll let you know once stuff firms up. So hopefully we'll get to see you soon.
That's my hope.
That is my hope as well. Also, thanks to John Roderick and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song, It's a Departure, on the album Putting the Days to Bed. You can find that record anywhere where records are sold. Probably. Yeah, you just Google it. You can get it on the internet.
And I think that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much to everybody listening. Thank you.
Please
They're
listen
all
to
the best.
listen to the other Max Fun shows. There's a ton
yeah.
of really good ones.
There's a great one.
Sawbones is a good jumping off point if you like Justin's dulcet tones.
It's a smooth transition
It's a
into the other
smooth
shows. 'Cause you're like, oh,
transition.
there's one of these people I've heard before.
Then there's other really good ones. Jordan Jesse Go, One Bad Mother. Lady to Lady, Wham Bam Pow, Oh No, Ross and Carrie. There's a ton. We can't. It would take us 10 minutes to list them all, but go check it out.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. This Final Yahoo was actually, it was sent in by Drew Davenport, but he wanted to make sure that I announced that it was actually his friend Jeff found it. He did not want to claim, and he's a stand-up dude, right? Like, he's not even gonna, he knocks it out of the park every day, and then when his friend knocks it out of the park, he doesn't jump on it and claim credit.
Well, he doesn't need it.
Doesn't need
He's
it, I
got
guess.
plenty of credits.
So thank you, Jeff. It's by Yahoo Answers user Tammy Yordaz, who asks, can your butt start higher than the crack?
I'm Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy, and my butt starts at the nape of my neck.
This has been my brother, my brother. Me kiss your dad straight on the nape of his neck.
Oh, no.
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture. Artist owned.
Listener supported.
Hi, my name's Dave.
And my name's Graham.
Now, what do we have to do to put you in a brand new podcast today?
Yeah.
What, do you want me to drink bleach? I'll do it.
Yeah, Dave will drink bleach.
If that's what it takes to get you to listen to Stop Podcasting Yourself on MaximumFun.org.
Don't make Dave drink bleach. Just listen to the show. He will, but don't make him.
Stop podcasting yourself.